Hello, and welcome to this Sage CRM Summit 2021 session, helping you understand Sage CRM integrated with Sage 200 solutions. I'm going to spend the next few minutes showing you a few of the features of Sage CRM and how it integrates into Sage 200 to give you a complete view of your customer from prospect to invoice. It's worth quickly noting that almost the exact same functionality is available for Sage 50 UK, Sage 50 US, and Sage X3 using the Connect range of integrations. This session is designed to give you a general overview of the Connect 200 integration. Firstly, let's have a quick overview of the Sage CRM product. Sage CRM is supported on all major browsers and is accessed by entering in your username and password. Once into Sage CRM, you are immediately presented with a dashboard showing you a quick overview of your business. Dashboards can be modified to show you information specifically related to you, and you can have multiple dashboards to access. Also within this section, you can access your calendar, leads, opportunities, or even support cases assigned to you. You can also see the same information but grouped together by team, for example, the sales team's total opportunities. From this screen, you can also search for or jump straight to recent or favorite records. When you make a selection, you are shown a summary of the record, and you have the option to view additional information such as notes and communications and any other documents stored against it. Also, based on the record type, access to further information is available. In this example, I'm looking at a company record, and I have access to additional information related to the company, such as people, addresses, or any quotes and orders. I can also add new records against this by clicking on the green New icon and selecting the record type I want to add. In this example, I will add a new person called John Smith. I click on the Add icon, type in the first and last name, and supply any additional information. Fields marked with a blue asterisk are required before the record can be saved, and these can be turned on or off based on your requirements as a business. Quotes and orders can also be raised by selecting Add and then New Quote or Order. Once the quote header details have been entered, you can add whatever items you require. These can either be products from Sage 200, free text items, or comment lines. When products are selected from Sage 200, the available quantities are displayed below the product description. You can also specify the tax rate and warehouse at line level if required, and only warehouses able to supply the selected product are available. Out of the box, Sage CRM doesn't have the facility to have customer and product quantity price breaks. However, Sage 200 does, and so once you've selected a product or quantity in Sage CRM, you can use the Get Best Price option. This queries the Sage 200 system for the best price for the customer the quote or order is against, and uses the product and quantity and updates the price field accordingly. Once you have created the quote with the required items, you can merge these details into a document to send to the customer, all from within the CRM system. You can either merge the quote into a Word document, a PDF, display it to the screen for printing, or my favourite, merge the quote into a document and then allocate that against an email template ready to be quickly sent to the customer. If a quote becomes an order, you can simply convert the quote to an order in CRM, select the Sage 200 company you wish to post the order to, and then select the Post to Accounts option. This will display some overview details of the Sage 200 customer, and if all looks good, you can post the order immediately into Sage 200. This extra functionality is performed by the Connect 200 integration. This is fine when adding quotes and orders to existing companies, but what about prospects? By integrating Sage CRM with Sage 200, you can keep users in products designed specifically for their job. People in a finance role can continue to use Sage 200, whereas people in a sales or support role can now use a product designed specifically for them. This has the added benefit of reducing the amount of customers added to Sage 200 purely to generate quotes, regardless of whether they have actually ordered anything. Something people who work in accounts will probably appreciate. As you would expect, Sage CRM as a CRM application allows you to manage the whole sales cycle, from initial lead through to final order. I'm now going to add a new lead into Sage CRM by going to the Add New Lead option. I can enter in a description, such as Summit Lead, enter in a company name, Cumulus Solutions, a first and last name, and then finally enter in an address and click Save. I can now use the standard Sage CRM functionality to workflow the lead that guides the user through the process I want them to use to qualify. Once I'm satisfied I want them as a full prospect, I can add or find the company to the main CRM system, and then, using the Convert to Opportunity function, convert the lead to a full company and opportunity. The main difference in any CRM system between a lead and an opportunity is that you roughly know what the prospect wants to buy and when, so that you can allocate a forecast and close by date against the opportunity. Once you have an opportunity, you can create quotes against it using the process we have looked at earlier. All of this can happen without the prospect ever being in your Sage 200 application, reducing the need for users to have access to Sage 200 and also reducing the amount of data within it. If Cumulus Solutions now decide they want to purchase the items we have quoted, I can quickly convert them to a customer and use their details to create the customer record in Sage 200. I just need to mark them as a customer in CRM, go to the Accounts tab, and then enter in the new account reference I want to use for them. I can also enter in additional details for Sage 200, such as the credit limit and currency if required. Once I've confirmed the details, the customer is then immediately created with inside Sage 200. It's worth noting at this point that you can also link Sage CRM customers to existing Sage 200 customer records, which may be useful, for example, for customers who have branches where you deal with different people and addresses, etc., but the orders are all placed against the head office Sage 200 record. Connect 200 also supports linking to supplier records, and Sage CRM companies can even be linked to multiple customer and supplier records as required. This gives you the flexibility to create your company structure in CRM exactly as it is for the customers you work with, regardless of the financial structure of the customers or suppliers within Sage 200. Once we have created the company in Sage 200, we can convert the quote to an order in CRM. When doing this, we can add additional information, such as the customer's purchase order number and when they expect delivery. Finally, we can select the Post to Accounts button, where we can review the details of the order and the customer, and then immediately post the order into Sage 200. To you as a company, this allows you to manage the complete cycle from lead through quote to order, including creating the Sage 200 customer and order records in one straightforward process, entering in the relevant data only once at the time it's required. All the information can also be reported on directly from Sage CRM using the dashboard option, both against the customer and the system as a whole, so that you can see information such as your top selling customers or products, and when viewing customers, how much they have bought from you over the past 12 months, what they have bought the most of, and therefore what they're not buying from you. When you are viewing a company record, you can also access information about the customer from the Accounts tab. This allows you to see information within Sage CRM about the customer in Sage 200. You can see information such as the credit limit, whether the customer is on hold, their outstanding balance, and assigned analysis codes. This information is synchronized to Sage 200 and so can be used for reporting and alerts within Sage CRM. You can also drill into live Sage 200 information, depending on the option selected. For example, you can view a list of orders in Sage 200 and then view information about that specific order. You can also do the same for order returns and memos. When viewing a supplier, you can see a list of the purchase orders and look at the individual lines that make up that purchase order. Connect 200 also has built-in help every step of the way that, based on what you're doing, gives you further information about the screen and function that you are performing on. This context-related help gives you peace of mind that immediate support is available on hand to your employees when they need it. However, the product is also backed up by telephone and remote access support included in the subscription price, so if there are any issues or queries that you may have, this can also be used. Sage 200 forms can also be launched from within the relevant Sage CRM screens by clicking on the appropriate button. In this example, I'm launching a Sage 200 order entry form from within the Sage CRM customer record. I can add items to the order as if I'm in Sage 200, and once I've selected the required items and options, I can save the record to Sage 200 and the form will disappear, allowing me to continue using Sage CRM. If you're using the new Sage 200 web forms, we can even load the new browser forms related to the company we are currently in from Sage CRM. Whilst as a user having the ability to perform all of these actions is great, as a business, sometimes you don't want all of the users to have the same rights to, for example, create new companies directly into Sage 200. This is taken care of as Connect 200 allows you to configure certain actions users can perform. This allows you to control whether users can, for example, post orders directly into Sage 200 or request orders are posted to Sage 200, create companies or just link to existing Sage 200 company records, and view or not view accounts information such as the outstanding balance and credit limits. Additionally, any orders that are entered manually into Sage 200 or even imported via an import routine such as a website import are synchronized into Sage CRM. This allows the order information to be available from within inside the standard Sage CRM reporting and dashboard functionality. I hope that you have enjoyed this brief overview. As you can see, Connect 200 brings together Sage CRM and Sage 200 into one seamless solution and allows users to work within applications designed specifically for them, while still allowing a single point of data entry through the whole process. Sage CRM can truly become the central hub of sales information from lead to invoice and utilize all of the great functionality not only provided by Connect 200, but also of Sage CRM as a whole. There is a lot more that Sage CRM and Connect 200 can do that has not been covered in this demonstration. If you would like to see further information about the product, or would like to discuss how Sage CRM could work for your business, please contact us from our website www.cumulus-solutions.com or email us via info@cumulus-solutions.com.